Alright everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. So after editing this video, I realized it probably needs an introduction. So this video started out as me just sitting down and kind of venting my frustration about the way hormone replacement therapy has kind of screwed everything up over the last month, and kind of talking about that, which led me into going ahead to brainstorm my goals, etc. for this 3-month to change your life challenge that I'm starting on October the 1st. I will have all the information linked down below. I mention it that I will link it, and I will find the creator's video and link it down below. I feel like I figured out what I wanted to work on. I set intentions for October and kind of give you an overview of what I hope to accomplish in the next 3 months, the last quarter of the year. So this challenge is all about picking one thing. You can pick more than that, but one thing that will positively change your life that you can work on for the next 3 months. You set the intention, work out the action steps, and then you figure out a way to track it. And so I talked through all of that in this video. It is a little bit longer. I'm going to try to do timestamps. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're joining. I know I got a comment on my last video from someone who said that they were interested. If you missed it, not very many people watched it. I posted my mid-September weigh-in and update just the other day, and that went up about a week late, actually. Whoops, sorry, every time I talk to you guys. So that kind of went up a week late. So I didn't mention any of this in that. The hormone replacement therapy issues or anything like that. So that's going to get taken care of, and I feel once that's done, I can get back on track. So yeah, so that's what we're talking about today. We start with Roxy. She was in here with me. So you're going to see a little bit of the kitty cat toast, and then we're going to get into the video. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi. It is Monday, September the 22nd. And I just need to talk. I mean, I literally just posted a weigh-in video the other day. And I know that not very many of you guys care anymore. And that's okay. I get it. I do. But yesterday was a bad day. It really was a bad day. I ate so much food yesterday. Last night I ate an entire medium pizza. I don't think I've been able to do that since like November of last year. Not that it was a challenge or anything, but I've been doing so good on my binge eating in the last few weeks that is going to shit. And what's worse is I didn't even feel full. So I immediately started Googling, can hormone replacement therapy affect the GLP-1? It says, no, it's actually supposed to help. But several articles came up that estrogen can cause binge eating in some women. And something about the reward center of your brain connected to food or whatever. So my appointment with the MIDI nurse practitioner was supposed to be next week. I moved it up till tomorrow. I went off hormones. I had therapy this morning, and I told her, I said, I think we've done more harm than good. I'm up 13 pounds, you guys, since starting hormones. And she and I talked. I said, I don't remember mentioning binging before surgery. I said, and I know I hadn't done it after the surgery. And I tell her every time something like that happens, I said, I bet if you go back in your notes, we can pinpoint when that started. And I said, I'm almost 100% positive it started when I started hormones. And at the end of the day, I don't know that my menopausal symptoms are so bad that I need hormone replacement therapy. I mean, I didn't go into this wanting or expecting hormone replacement therapy. I just really wanted to know if I was in menopause. So I'm going to ask to get off of them. You can't just go off of them on your own. But I just feel like it's not worth it. Right now, my health goals are more important than my hormone. And it's not helping with my mood. If anything, I feel like it's made my depression and my anxiety worse. It's causing me to gain weight. It's causing me to binge eat. Like, it's causing all of these things. And I don't know that I have enough strength in me to give it another month to see if all this will calm down. Because I feel like it's just counterintuitive to what I've been trying to do. And the 13-pound weight gain has been really hard for me to deal with. Because I know it's not water weight. I've gained 13 pounds of fat in a month. And that is disturbing and frustrating. And just before now, I could say that it was inflammation and water weight, because it was. But when I got on the scale, I think it was Saturday, Sunday, I don't remember. It wasn't yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before? I don't remember. It must have been Friday. And it said 313. I knew immediately that it wasn't water because my feet weren't swollen. Hi. I don't understand why you don't understand that you can get on me right here the same way you do in the recliner, or just in a different spot. Girl. She's been extra clingy too, so I know that's also exacerbate, whatever that word is, making things worse. Mama, stop. Like, she will sit on me for like an hour and then get up and get on the couch. But if I get up, like, and come in here and do something, it makes her very upset. And so in order to save Rob's sanity, I've let her in, but she won't settle. Really. Girl, you're going to have to go get on your ledge. Go get in the window, Mama. So I'm in the middle of trying to get this, my boobs look big. I'm trying to get this de-stash together. And I've made some progress, but I haven't made enough progress because I want this stuff gone. I want it out of here. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my update video about the Change Your Life challenge that starts October 1st. I've been thinking the last couple of days about what I want to focus on when that starts. Girl, I need you to calm your tits. Can you calm down for Mama? Oh, can you calm down a little bit? Yeah, oh my goodness. So I've really been thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I want words. The first word that popped in my mind was nourishment. And I said, let me pick words that end in ment. So I literally went online and found a list of 100 words that end in ment, and these are the ones I came up with. So refinement, nourishment, movement, alignment, investment, enrichment, engagement, reinforcement, enlightenment, and enjoyment. So I was talking to my therapist about this today, and she thinks it's a great idea. And she said, what I really love about it is how they're all interconnected. And I said, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. So you guys know I do a word of the year instead of resolutions or whatever. So I think my overarching theme for the next 3 months is going to be refinement. And I've talked to you guys about it, and I've talked to her about it. I just kind of feel like I'm frazzled, not settled. I feel like I'm floundering. That's the word I've used. And it's my sincere hope that doing this challenge will kind of help me recenter, focus on a new purpose, because for so many years now, it's been this neck thing and this big scary surgery. And now that we've moved past that, I'm ready to move past that. So today I thought we'd just talk about what these words mean to me, what I'm looking to kind of get out of this. So if you're unfamiliar, maybe I should start with that. Jashi Karen, that's the YouTube channel. I will leave it linked down below. She actually just posted her 12th week vlog. So she just did this challenge, finished it up, and basically you pick one thing to work on, just one thing. That's all. It just has to be one thing. It doesn't have to be a bunch of things. But you pick one thing to work on that will literally change your life in 3 months. And so I picked a thing, and then I'm like, well, I've been preaching and talking about routines, how I feel like I need a better routine, or I need a routine. And so that's kind of where my mind was when it came to all of this. So I think in today's video, we'll just talk about a few of them. Let's start with nourishment. Really, this was focused on, physical nourishment. I reached out to my nutritionist. She wants me to eat 1,900 to 2,200 calories a day. That still puts me in a deficit. It's a little bit higher calories than I was eating, but mostly eating. I mean, I did have 5 days that I've binged. It's hard because I'd made so much progress with that. So much progress with that. I haven't binged. I mean, maybe I could go back and watch some vlogs, but I feel like I haven't really binged this entire year until now. And I've done it 5 times in the last month. And the only thing that has changed are these hormones. And I just feel like it's derailing. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And I feel like I'm in a worse spot mentally. I feel like I'm in a worse spot physically. I feel like that this has been more negative than positive, and I'm ready to let it go. And I'm trying not to be mad at myself because it happened, and it wasn't like something I would do. Like, hormonal me clearly did it. And that makes sense because, that time in the month when you're PMSing or whatever, your hunger cues go up. Like, you either are someone who wants to eat all the world, or you're someone who doesn't eat. And mine just varied. I mean, it never really was regular, ever. And I had painful, periods were awful, which is why I had an ablation and really wanted a hysterectomy and didn't get to have one. Sorry. Again, or $299 or $300, and it's like I want to continue that progress. And the weight on the scale, I know, the weight on the scale is not the end all be all, and it's not. My biggest concern is that this is reactivated an eating disorder, and I need it to stop. Because I ate a medium pizza last night and I was still hungry. And I can't tell you the last time that happened because it's not supposed to happen. The whole point of a GLP-1 is to slow down digestion to keep you fuller longer. I should have felt full after 3 bites. And the whole reason why, and I shouldn't even ordered pizza because the last 3 times, including this time, that I had pizza, it's made me incredibly ill. I had to end therapy today because I was like, I gotta go. And so it's just, I'm so frustrated by all of this, but I'm trying to be gentle with myself because I've identified the problem and I'm working on the solution to fix it. And that's the only thing I have control over right now, plus what I put in my mouth. So this morning I woke up and had my coffee, and then for lunch I had a Caesar salad. I've been buying those big salads from Walmart, not like the huge ginormous family size ones, but those single serving ones or whatever, not in the bowls, the little bit bigger ones. So I had one of those. Of course, I was still hungry because I had a bunch of carbs yesterday. So I had a couple of my meat trays. So I probably ate about 800, 900 calories, maybe 1,000 calories already today, and I'm still hungry. It's the mindlessness of it all because I just looked down and the pizza was gone. And maybe that's my fault for just having Rob hand me the box. There's a picture today that popped up from 2020. And if you guys have been with me forever, you know that that's the year I went back on insulin and I gained 100 pounds within literally 5 months. And I just ballooned so big. I was 425. There is a 125-pound difference between the 2 pictures. I'll pop up. And I can see the difference in my face for real. I actually got dressed to go to Spravato on Friday. I'm trying to get up and put makeup more. Sorry, my glasses cause an indentation. My new ones won't. I have 2 pair. What did I do with them? Oh no, I'll show you later. I have 2 pair, and I told Rob, I was like, I have to get them both. I have to get them both. But anyway, so it's like, you know, I got up earlier, put my makeup on, wore my little head wrap, and felt cute, felt comfortable, felt cute, like cute, gorgeous, whatever words you want to use. I felt so good about myself. And it's funny, Wes from High Falutin Low Carb, he and I are really good friends. And he reached out and he's like, you look like you're doing so much better. And I said, it's a front. He's like, well, you have me convinced. And I'm like, I'm trying to fake it until I make it. And that's really not a way to live, you know? So let's go through these real quick. Maybe I'll just let this be a longer video. So nourishment. I'm going to write this down as we're talking. Let me use a pencil. Nourishment. Ooh. So not only are we talking about way of eating, so low carb ish calories. She wants me to try calorie cycling. Here's the other thing. I ate a whole fucking medium pizza. 2 hours later, my blood sugar was 166. And I told her, I was like, I cannot take the fact that my body did okay with this as a go ahead button and just continue doing this. And I feel so much fucking wife guilt because if I eat poorly, he's eating poorly too. And yes, I know that he's a grown ass adult, but he doesn't know how to cook. That's my job. So I feel so much wife guilt about it too. But yeah. So if we're talking about physical nourishment, we're talking about way of eating, we're talking about calories, like I'm going for non-restrictive because the whole point of this is sustainability. And I know there are so many people that do well with doing keto full time and they do fantastic with it. But then there are those of us like me who, you know, went off of it and on again and off again and on again. And that's just the dieting cycle, and I want to get out of that. There's no number in mind. Someone's asked me that. Is there a number in mind? No, I don't have a goal weight. I just want to get weight off so I feel a little bit better. Gravity, the number on the scale is your relationship to gravity. And right now, I'm weighed real far down. In fact, I think I mentioned this. I feel like if I'd been able to be on my stomach after surgery, I would have not had as much pain as I did. But there was so much pressure on my neck and my back, on my incision. That's where most of my pain came from. So yeah. So non-restrictive. What else did she say about nourishment earlier? Again, all of this is kind of involved. Movement. We're going to start with 2,000 steps a day. Unfortunately, I quit my streak. The last day I got 2,000 steps was the 16th. So 6 days ago. That's not true. It was Saturday. So I just didn't. Was the 19th Saturday? No, the 19th was Friday. So the 20th and the 21st I did not get. But the 17th I did. So I was literally walking around the house trying to get to 2,000. And I probably got like 2004 or 2007 or whatever. But the last couple of days, I haven't even hit 1,000. And I was really disappointed because I'd walked 2,000 steps since September the 4th. And I wanted to do that for the rest of the year. But I didn't beat myself up about it because, again, I feel like if I wasn't in this state of mind dealing with this hormonal issues, I would have kept going. So I'm trying not to use that as an excuse. It's an explanation. But again, I've pinpointed the issue. I'm getting it fixed so we can get right back on track. So my goal is 2,000 steps a day. Now, I'm not going to say in November it'll be 3,000, in December it'll be 4,000. I'm going to try to do 500 step increments. Like if I can do 20,000 a day for, let's say, all of October, and it's a pretty easy goal, then I'll bump up to 2,500 and keep going from there. But I have to keep reminding myself, I literally just had a fusion 4 months ago. I'm filming this on Monday the 22nd. Tomorrow will be 4 months post-op. And as many people have reminded me, it can take over a year to heal. And I've got to calm my tits about it. But I keep trying to rush through it because there's so much trauma related to it. I just want it in my past. And unfortunately, my body just can't do that. So I want 2,000 steps a day. I want to do chair exercises 2 to 3 times a week. And then I need to be doing my OT exercises at least once a day. Those are where I'm like using the weights or using the resistant bands, those kinds of things. I've really stopped doing that. I've just kind of let it go, and I can tell that I've let it go because my neck and my shoulders are so stinking tight. I don't think this cup is going to work. I usually do a strawberry shortcake cup, but I thought, oh, let me switch to something that can be in the dishwasher. But the metal straw is not going to work. Alignment. I don't know what I was really thinking about alignment. Let's move on. Investment. I want to double what we have in savings. I want to save for a couch. One to so graciously help me get the recliner that I'm in. It's one of those lifter recliners because I was really concerned that I would be able to get up and down. And I sit in that rather than sit on the couch with Rob because number one, our couch is low. Even on risers, that couch is low. Number two, it doesn't go, I need something like this where I can still sit my head back if my neck feels tired or my head feels heavy. And that'll go away with time as more as I build muscle and stuff. But I feel like we need something that's at least a little bit taller. And that couch, we've had that couch now, I think 11 years. Maybe longer than that. I don't remember. It's been a long fucking time. And we're just due for a new one. It's just completely uncomfortable. And that kind of goes with engagement. For me, engagement means interacting with Rob, being more present with him, being more engaged with him. And I can't do that while he's on the couch and I'm in the recliner. And sometimes he doesn't even come to the couch. He just stays at the table because he's watching YouTube videos and he's, watching TV or whatever. So I really want a new couch to be able to do that because I don't know. I just feel like I need it. And I'm sure he needs it too. I need to save for my gums. And then save for Roxy. I would put my D-stash on this, but that's going to happen before the first starts. I'm also going to do mystery card bundles where I just take all my cards, divide them up, and then give you guys a chance to buy them. Just so I can clear everything out. I really wanted to start my holiday card series on October the 1st, but I'm not going to force myself to do that. So we'll see when I get that done. I think alignment is going to be more spiritual, kind of aligning my spiritual and mental and kind of physical journeys, letting Mother Nature, the universe, whoever is my angels, whoever is guiding me, to allow them to guide me, like allow them to steer me in the right direction. There are other ways that you can kind of ground yourself, align yourself. And I really want to look into that because I feel like that's something important. Enrichment, for me, that means reading my book, doing the work. Heal Your Hurt Inner Child. This is by Terry O'Brien. This also comes with a workbook. I mean, it's not very long, and I even bought clear sticky notes so I could annotate it without messing it up, but I just haven't done it. And so I want to read that book. So I want to read at least one self-help book a month. I've paid for coloring classes that I've never completed, so I want to complete one coloring class. And again, with this is going to go to everything else. Engagement, I want to be more present with Rob. 2 dates a month, at least, for us. We tried this before and it's hard. Like last week, he worked over 80 hours. It's the second week in a row to work at 80 or over 80. So in weeks like that, the last thing I'm going to do is ask him to go somewhere. So yeah. Reinforcement for me is going to be documenting. So the gist of this challenge is you pick your whatever you're going to work on, then you put down your action steps, and then how you're going to record it. So for me, I'm going to be recording things like habits, etc., routines in my bullet journal. So I need to set up my bullet journal. And I need to set, I'm setting intentions, but I need to set some rewards up. Oh, investment. I also want to do a low buy. I can't do a no buy. Like I just can't. But I think if I give myself like $25 a week to spend, and then at the end of the month, if I haven't spent the full $100 or $125, then I can carry that balance to the next month. And it'll just mean adding a line item in our budget for me to have just a little bit of spending money. It was a bit easier when I was working or when I was making more money from YouTube, because I could just use my YouTube money, but I'm not guaranteed a check from YouTube anymore every month. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and also I want to vlog every day. And it's my hope as we get closer to the holidays, like I can vlog me getting our house ready for the holidays. I can vlog, meal prepping and meal planning, etc. I was really tempted. I was talking to T-Mobile. They screwed up our bill, and I was talking to them yesterday, and I could upgrade to the 17 Pro for $30 extra a month. My trade-in would cover most of it, and then it would just be an extra $30 a month. And I was so tempted. But then I'm like, Misty, I'm on a 13 Pro, so that would be a pretty significant jump. Plus, I film with my camera, and that's supposed to have much better filming quality. So I could, can you claim that on your taxes? I don't know. Anyway, so I want to vlog every day and just showing what I eat, sharing more of what I do, showing my routine. And like I said, I film my exercises, etc. And I can just go ahead and do that. Enlightenment, what does that even mean? Let's look it up. The action of enlightening or the state of being enlightening. A state of deep spiritual understanding, wisdom, and profound peace. The core principle of enlightenment, liberty, equality, and individual rights. That's the Constitution. Purifying the mind through meditation, developing mindfulness and compassion, and letting go of attachments like ego and negative thoughts. Well, I could definitely work on meditation and letting go. Letting go of what doesn't serve me. Enjoyment, it would be making sure I have time to play my games, watch TV with Rob. I mean, he watches TV. I just kind of sit there. Having time to read. Making time to craft. When I feel like I can craft. So I don't want to tackle all of this at once. I feel like nourishment, movement, investment, enrichment, reinforcement, and engagement are the 6 areas that I want to start with. So